Let's try this again. Every day, the lottery gives you a partial, and I'm pointing with my spoon because I can't find a pen. But we'll consider that 1 0 a partial 10. And then you got 1 0 over there as well. So you go all the way to 9 with that 10x. 10x. And then I consider that 0 to 5 a partial 10 because that 0 could be a 5. So we went all the way down here with that as well. You have to understand that the lottery every day or every other draw, if you go back and look, I'm not the channel that is going to give you just the number. I have people that says, I want to learn the lottery. If anybody knows Partly Cloudy, I teach the lottery. I teach you how to play. If you're not willing to invest the time in getting at knowing when a number is coming, then you might as well just put your money in something else, because you have to invest time. You can't get on this channel, any other board, any other group, and say they're going to give me the number, because nobody knows the number that's going to fall out. We try to predict the number, and some of us are better than other people, and some of us are just learning, and some of us are, they don't speak, but they win. And so you have to understand that every day or every other day, the lottery is going to give you a partial 10. And they also going to give you a partial 9, which right down here, where is that? So down here at the 3, 6, that's a partial 9. Your partial 10 is right there at 268. That 2 and 8 is a partial 10. So any number, so if we got 10x, that's a 10. And that's just on a single, by the way. And then if you want the 2s, that would be also considered a partial 10 as well. So there's certain numbers. 3, 6 is a partial 9. 7, 2 is a partial 9. You have to understand that lottery does not sway, especially in our state, which is North Carolina. They don't like to sway from giving you 2 digits that equal to a 9, a 10, or an 11. If they do, they will go right back to where they've been. Right back. They're comfortable in that partial digits. So this is when you need to remember your addition from kindergarten, because only 2 numbers make a partial. So that's just some of them right there. You understand that it will be like today we got 636. That's a partial 9 right there. It's actually a double-sided 9. So if we got 636 today and a double, then you're going to look for a single 9. It may come as a whole number, as like 054, but normally no. Or you got a 18x, that's a partial 9. You also got 27, that's a partial 9. You got 6-3 could come back as a partial 9. You got 5-4. There's really not that many numbers, but if you go back to these numbers that I'm showing you right here, I'm hoping you can see them all. I'll get better, y'all, over time. I really will, I promise you. You'll see that a lot of these numbers come every other day. I mean, and some people say, oh, why didn't you post a number? Dear, I don't play every day. I quit playing somewhere around April, and I stopped 2 nights in a row and played. But I really just, this guy, He's giving you so many repeats and straight repeats from the same last month. And people, another thing that it don't bother me, but a lot of people say, oh, he's got to give you, he don't got to do anything. We got to learn his game, and we got to learn his pattern. And unless you're willing to put in the time, then you can look at anybody's numbers you want to, but you're not going to learn the lottery, and that's what you have to do. If you're willing to spend your money on playing numbers, then you need to invest your time. It's just like any other hobby. You got to learn how to do it, and it's not something you're going to get rich. I used to say, why do people play the same numbers? Well, now I know why they play the same numbers. They play the same numbers because eventually you're going to hit, but how long will it be? When I quit playing the numbers, I was winning probably around $4,000 a month. And while you say that $4,000 a month is a lot, I was playing a lot. So was I winning? Yeah, but I was also playing a lot. So you need to understand that. So that's what I wanted you to tell you. If you go back to these numbers right here, you'll see that a lot of these numbers right here have already hit. Every month they're going to hit. Every month. But remember, your partial 10, your partial 9, your partial 11 would be 2, 9, 8, 3, and so on. That's what that is. So learn your partial pairs, because even if you don't play in North Carolina and you play somewhere else, you'll see that that state does the same thing. That 3 draws, they'll go to partials, 9, 10, and 11, and then you'll see some number that you say, where'd that number come from? Because normally they stick with the same thing. So if tonight, I would play some of these numbers. I'm not sure if I would play all these numbers because that's kind of a lot. You have a budget. You need to stick within that budget until you learn how to play, because the lottery will get you. If you got to pay your bills first before you play, and if you don't, you're gonna find yourself in trouble, hoping that your number hits. Trust me, I've been there. Trust me, I've gotten myself in a tight before. I win, but then there's times that I spend money and I'm like, oh my word, I don't even know what I was thinking because that number just didn't come out. Okay? Alright, well, thank you for watching.